Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Caves of Steel, a novel by Isaac Asimov. This novel was written in 1953 and it is set thousands of years in the future. And this is a science fiction mystery which follows Elijah Ballet. He works to solve a murder mystery, along with his robot partner R. Daniel Oliva. The novel is said to be the first in the robot series, one of Asimov's most famous collections. The BBC adapted the book into a television series in 1964. The Caves of Steel received a retroactive nomination for the Hugo Award for Best Novel in 1954. The novel centers on the ethics of space exploration and the tension between humans and machines. In this novel, the protagonist Elijah, that is Lijay Ballet, works to solve the murder of Dr. Roach Nimona Sarton. The murder occurs before the story's opening scene, in which the New York City Police Commissioner Julius Enderby begs Lijay to take the case. Lijay must travel to Spacetown, which is a place, it is actually the settlement of people who come from other worlds to visit Earth to meet his partner, the humanoid robot Daniel Olive. And the animosity between the Earth population and the spacers, the population from visiting from other planets, has recently grown. Both the New York City police and spacers know that the case must be solved quickly and quietly for the good of both groups. Lijay and Daniel re-enter the city and immediately enter a small riot at a shoe store where a woman is refusing to be served by robots. The crowd grows more aggressive until Daniel pulls out a blaster and threatens to shoot anyone who moves. Immediately, the crowd disperses. Lijay questions Daniel's methods, but Daniel assures Lijay that he would never have fired. The two leave the scene and head to Lijay's home. Jessie, Lijay's wife, and their son Bentel, who is 16 years old, greet them. The family eats dinner together. Afterwards, Jessie and Bentley depart for the evening, still unaware that Daniel is a robot. Daniel and Lijay discuss the case and their theories about who shot Dr. Sarton. Daniel and the spacers believe that he was killed by a medievalist, a person who wants to go back to life before the megacities. Lijay does not think anyone would be willing to cross the countryside expanse between the city and Spacetown, as Earth dwellers never leave the city. People are so used to living in cities where the air is always enclosed and conditioned that no one would face the open sky. Jessie returns early, interrupting their theorizing, agitated from discovering that Daniel is a robot. Lijay and Jessie then have a whispered argument in their bedroom about Daniel. Jessie fears a riot and pleads with Lijay to drop the case, even if it means losing his job and being declassified. Lijay tells her that it is too late. Lijay grew up with a declassified father and couldn't possibly do that to his family. Lijay interrupts Jessie's argument as he hears Daniel leave the apartment. Lijay's mind reels as he considers Daniel's motivation for leaving. But he has an idea and falls asleep thinking he has solved the case. The following day, Lijay and Daniel visit Spacetown. Enderby joins them via holographic interview as they speak with Dr. Falstaff, Dr. Sarton's partner. Dr. Sarton developed Daniel, who is the only robot of his kind. He looks identical to Sarton. After hearing this, Lijay accuses Daniel of being Sarton in disguise. Falstaff and Daniel quietly disprove his theory, leaving the commissioner laughing hysterically and Lijay reeling. Lijay comes out of his shock with a syringe pricking his arm. From Dr. Falstaff, Lijay learns about the spacer's desire for C-F, that is carbon and iron, relationship centered on Earth people settling on a new planet with robots like Daniel. Lijay dismisses the idea as impossible, but Falstaff assures him that the species has done it before and can do it again. Lijay and Daniel then take their leave and head back to the city. While in the car on the return journey, Daniel tells Lijay that their first suspect was Julius Enderby. Enderby was the only Earthman on the premises when the crime was committed, so he was the obvious choice. When Lijay and Daniel return, they take an apartment in a different section of the city to keep Jessie and Bentley safe. The pair eats dinner in the section's communal kitchen, and Daniel notices that some of the people are watching them eat. He recognizes them from the shoe store riot the day before. Lee Jay and Daniel exit the building and then make a harrowing journey on the speeding walkways that traverse the city. They shake off the men and return to their apartment only to find Bentley show up at their door. Lee Jay and Bentley go to sleep and Lee Jay dreams of pushing Jessie to her death. The next day, Lee Jay and Daniel interview the robotics expert Dr. Gerrigal. Lee Jay takes the opportunity to accuse Daniel of the crime once again. He believes Daniel shot Sarton and hit the blaster in his stomach compartment. Gerrigal laughs at the idea, saying that all robots are built with the 3 laws of robotics and cannot contradict them under any circumstances. He examines Daniel and finds he is compliant with the first law. Daniel suggests Jessie is a medievalist, which is why she knew Daniel was a robot. Lee Jay resists the idea, but then Jessie appears at the station and confesses. Daniel and Lee Jay interview Jessie and identify one of the medievalist members, Francis Closer, who was also at the shoe counter. Lee Jay and Daniel find Closer and interview him at his work. He refuses to touch Daniel, revealing that he knows Daniel is a robot. When they bring him into the station for further questioning, they discover that someone has murdered the commissioner's assistant robot, Arsami. The station is in chaos and the commissioner is highly agitated. He begins to question Lee Jay's relationship to Arsami, Lee Jay's whereabouts and his access to the murder weapon. Lee Jay realizes that he is being framed for Arsami's destruction. He begs off his interview with the commissioner to get some food. While eating, he asks for Daniel's help to solve the case. As Bailey broods, the solution comes to him. The commissioner comes to collect him for his interview. He asks Lee Jay to resign quietly, but Lee refuses, telling Enterby that he is being framed. He then accuses Enterby of the crime. Lee Jay suggests that Enterby gave his blaster to Arsami and sent him across the countryside between New York City and Spacetown. He then met the robot to get the blaster and shot Sarton, thinking Sarton was Daniel. Enterby is a medievalist and did not want advanced robots integrating with humans. Lee Jay solidifies Enterby's guilt by noting he found a broken lens from Enterby's glass at the scene. Daniel communicates all of this information to Falstaff, who decides he would rather have Enterby encourage the medievalists to colonize other planets than face incarceration. Daniel agrees. Lee Jay tells Enterby that they have all the evidence if he fails to promote future exploration. Daniel and Lee Jay leave the office arm in arm, and here ends the story. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.